I don't think
All right,
so.
say something. I hear you
I
now.
haven't been talking.
I hear you now.
There.
That was me. How you doing?
A little hungover.
All right, hold on one second. I'm going to do an intro before I bring you on. Got to switch to my camera here. I'm streaming on YouTube. Hey, everybody, it's Mike, K8MRD. I'm the ham fun guy. And we have a special guest today, Mike, K8MRD. He's gone under mutual a lot of different names. K-Murderer.
Whoa.
Yeah, turn your speakers off.
Yeah.
All right, we've been on. I know Mike since I basically got into this. He was one of the first YouTubers that I started watching, and he also gave me a lot of ideas on how to do this the right way. So let me hide myself in the view here, hide self view, and let me switch over to here. I'm using YouTube, and I'm using. There he is, the handsome debonair K8MRD, Mike Dahlhofer. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, you almost said my name right too. I'm doing well. How are you?
I should be able to say your name right. I got to adjust your view a little bit
does.
because you're kind of getting chopped
Nobody.
off. Nobody says
That's
your name right?
No. It's all right.
All right, let me adjust this a little bit. I'm going to put this there. I'm adjusting so your head's not cut off. That's on my end. I'm doing that.
Nobody
Alt.
needs to see my head. Every time I use Zoom, it has me as K8MRD radio-y stuff.
Wow. That's going back.
Remember my name for future meetings. I need to hit that.
That's funny. I'm doing a little Josh thing here where I got you could probably see it on YouTube, me adjusting the windows so we're next to each other. And I have a clear background because I'm using a green screen. And how you doing?
I have a cat background.
I see that. There's Satan.
Say hi, Satan.
Is it Satan or Satin? That one guy emailed you that one time, called him Satin.
You know, I do have really high thread count sheets, so they're really nice and smooth and satiny, but they're still not satin. Yeah, I don't have a satin. I don't have anything. I don't knowingly have anything satin in my house.
I never had satin sheets. Hey, my good buddy Roger down in Lake County says hi to both of us. Hi, Roger. Good to see you here.
Hi, Roger.
Roger was the guy I helped out on field day down in Lake County. I came down there and made sure he got his satellite contact for field day.
Oh,
and
cool.
it worked out really nice. Within 4 minutes of field day starting, we had RS-44.
Nice. I saw. I'm drawing a blank now. Robert, Jesus.
Whiskey 5 ITR?
My middle name, you think I'd be able to remember it. I saw him not make a satellite contact at Winterfield Day. It was really weird because usually he just sticks the antenna up and he's
talks
making
and he's there.
contacts. But it was a low pass and there were trees, so we'll blame that. Yeah, usually
By the
he's
way,
just,
thanjust
gets out there and does it.
I'm looking at your microphone. How long have you had that Shure microphone? Did you just change that recently?
Probably sometime around the beginning of maybe last spring, I feel. Something like that.
Yeah. I saw one of those for sale on the TikTok shop for $80, and I said, wait a minute.
Fake.
This can't be the same thing. But I
No,
ordered it anyway. And then I talked to Greg, our buddy K6EGG, and he says, Mike, it's a fake. There's a million videos on YouTube show you how to prove it. So I went and I looked, and sure enough, it's a fake. I knew it probably was. But how about this? It was as easy to return as an Amazon order. And I got my money back.
Wow. That's
I just told them, I said, this is a fake microphone. This is not the real thing. And they gave me my money back.
TikTok?
Yeah. They have this new thing now, the TikTok shop. It's just like, if you have an Amazon store and stuff, you could sell stuff on TikTok. But I don't know how they work it, if it's drop ship stuff, if it's, stuff you buy and you resell it. I don't know. But I don't need another set of passwords and logins to do more stuff. I'm still behind on what I know already. So I'm not even going to bother.
But I don't do the TikTok, so I have no idea.
For $80, I said, let me try it. And sure enough, I got my money
you
back.
should know that a $400 microphone is fake.
Yeah, the Shure SM7B.
If it's too good to be true,
It's
probably
too good to be
is.
true. I hope
Yes.
you guys are enjoying this. We got about 8 people watching us right now on YouTube. I am, what did I say? I was, how many followers do I have? I am right there. I am almost at 963 followers. So I only need like 37 more and I'm there. I got 1,000. So I still got to get to 2,000 hours watched though. But you've been an example for me as I'm learning to do this YouTube stuff.
A bad
I'm
example?
watching you progress. I watch your videos become higher. What's the word I'm looking for? More professional looking. You're adding more things in. You're doing more videos. I don't know if that's just because every company in the world is sending you batteries to test. Because you're like the only one that'll say, "Okay, I'll test it. I'll test a 1,000 amp hour battery for 6 weeks."
Up a battery. Some random company just emailed me, like right around Hamcation. I think it was just before. I had never heard of them. And I looked at the website. I'm like, because they're all doing like these Group 24 size batteries or bigger batteries. I'm like, dude, if it's not a 100 amp hour mini, like I kind of don't care.
Well, it's funny because I had Blue Eddy. Blue Eddy reached out to me. There's a Avantis is it's all about getting products and having affiliations with different products, and they kind of organize it. And Blue Eddy was a company that made battery backups with inverters built in for your trailer. But they do everything from a little battery you want to use on parks on the air up to something to power your entire house. And they sell everything in between, and they're really nice looking stuff.
They make like the battery boxes, like the Jackeries and things. Is that what they do?
Right,
okay.
Right. And they have them made so that you just stack them on top of each other, and you have one cable goes between them that bridges them all together to keep making more and more storage.
Yeah.
Pretty nice looking stuff. So they're one of my sponsors. There's a link in my description for that if anybody's interested.
Blue Eddy ever contacted me.
But are you affiliated with this Avant Link?
I don't have any idea who they are. I don't really actively search out companies.
I do, because that's the only way I'm making money right now.
Me.
Yeah, well, I met that guy.
I did email that Vero company for that radio,
right.
that Vero V, whatever the hell, VGC. This thing.
Okay.
That does the TNC and the APRS and all that crap. I'm like, this thing looks awesome because I don't care about APRS, but WinLink, this has a TNC. A Bluetooth TNC, so you can open radio mail on your iPhone and do like packet FM WinLink on this, and that is freaking sweet.
Wow.
So they sent me a couple of these, so I need to get my butt out. Dude, it's like 23 degrees in Texas right now. I had no idea it was going to be this cold. I fortunately I went out yesterday and filmed a video, and I thought it was cold yesterday. It was in the 60s. And I woke up today, I went outside this morning. I got a pair of pants and a t-shirt on like I'm wearing now. I walked outside. There's freaking ice on my car. I didn't check the weather or anything.
That's funny.
I was planning on making another video today, but I ain't going outside and making a video.
The funny thing is, my mom moved to Wisconsin with my sister. My mom lives in Wisconsin with my sister, and I tell her, it got down to 40 last night. She goes, that's a heat wave. It's 11 in Madison, Wisconsin today.
Sure.
So she's like, you don't know what cold is. I say, oh, no, I do. That's why I moved to Florida.
Exactly.
So let's talk about Hamcation. Did you have a good time? We hung out that one day at the trailer. We were all smoking cigars. That was nice.
Yeah.
And
a little bit different this year. Usually I'm walking around. Well, I walked around with a camera in my hand a lot of times, but I wasn't really filming a lot. I wasn't feeling it. It's like, number one, like I don't want to live stream because Josh and Jason and everyone else are live streaming. Like I don't want to do the same things that everyone else is doing. That's just stupid.
Right.
I think it's boring.
That was one of the advice things that Josh said to me.
There was the new 7760 there, and there was the new Kenwood that. Like I could have done interviews on that, but it's like, So I just enjoyed it. Like I've never been to a ham radio festival. The first ham fest I was at was Dayton in 2019 as a YouTuber. And ever since, 3 ham fests a year, 3 major ones anyway,
Right.
I'm always with a camera, and you're always looking at everything through the camera. My camera is my iPhone, so I'm looking at everything on my phone, right? So you don't really get to experience the festival as a normie, a muggle. So that's kind of, I mean, I think I filmed like 5 different videos, but it was really nice to just be able to, number one, just talk to people longer, because usually when I got a camera in my hand, it's like, all right, I'm rolling, dude, I got to keep running. So I was able to just sit and enjoy time and chat with people.
That's nice.
And then
I can tell you, I can relate. When I was a photographer and I was taking pictures at events, I could never enjoy the event because I was too busy looking through the lens trying to get the view that people want to see or the whatever. And you miss stuff. And it's like the first time I went to Huntsville as a YouTuber, which was 3 years ago, I get there and next thing you know, it's over and I haven't actually looked at anything. I just was filming and I was interviewing.
Quick, man.
Oh yeah, Huntsville just one day. You know, the Monsanto's fun, going up there and doing that for a different day, but the actual Hamfest itself, and that's so sad. That hotel has just gone down to crapper.
What hotel? At Huntsville?
The Hilton Garden Inn in Huntsville. Last time I went there, I had a room there. I had no hot water in the morning. No hot water at all. Not even like lukewarm, just no hot water. Pipe broke. And then they said, well, we're renovating the whole place. Well, they only renovated one floor and all those rooms are gone and you can't get them. And they haven't finished doing it. And I heard last year it wasn't so great. Somebody that actually went told me, I didn't go this past year. I didn't go to Huntsville. First time I missed it in 4 years. So anyway, but I always loved it. It is a lot of fun and it's all in one room, you know, so it's easy to get to everything. But
so last year, I was camping at Monsanto. I was car camping, and Josh was like, I got an extra bed in my hotel room. Like I think he was just really lonely and wanted a friend to hang out with. So he's like, come stay at the hotel on like Friday night, so we could just get to the show early on Saturday. So I stayed at that hotel, and I didn't have any problems. I thought it was really nice. We went downstairs and had breakfast. And,
that is the one thing nice about it. They have a great breakfast.
Walked over. It was great.
That was a great breakfast there. And then they have the couple of rooms there where they do the lectures in. Roger's giving me a thing here. He's doing POTA at US 3650 Central Florida tomorrow afternoon. Hamcation was great from my point of view. Loved talking with the manufacturers and the other vendors. Yeah, that's the best part about going to these things. Because during the year when you need something, you say, oh, I talked to this guy. And I know who to call to get the answer to my question, which is really great. That's fantastic. So that's why I go to these things. This year I was there on Friday. I had all kinds of plans to go on Saturday, too. And I just commuted from home. But when I got home Friday night, my legs, I was in such pain, I couldn't walk. And my dog wasn't happy about that because she had to pee, you know. So I had her at a sitter, and I ended up picking her up early, and I decided I couldn't go again. It was just too painful. But next year, I'll rest up and be good for next year. Plus, finances aren't that great right now. I actually took on a job driving an Uber.
Are they?
Huh?
Finances are never good enough, are they?
Well, they were for the longest time until the last 4 years, and then they kind of went out the window. Yeah. Between inflation and my stocks and all my investments dropping like a rock, it was tough. So I'll survive. I'm not going to lose my house anytime soon. Maybe in a year.
A couple monitors in there you could sell.
Yeah, I can't work on one computer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitors there.
Yeah, well, the one up on the wall, that's my Geocron. That's actually a TV. The two on the left are 1280 by 900, I think, and then the two here in front of me are 4K. I basically started this from scratch. I got my 2 radios, and I'm happy. It works the way I need it to work. It gives me the ability to do this. I'm still not proficient in this. Frank, I talked to Frank about doing this, just what we're doing right now. Like, you can't see my computer screen. Even though I'm sharing, I have a different camera going to Zoom. I got the over-the-shoulder camera, which is what you're looking at.
That's what I'm looking at, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at that. Oh, there we go.
Share that camera?
Huh? Yeah, if
can't
I share
that
my
camera?
solo camera, watch what happens. If I change to my solo camera, or I go to, if I go to, wait, you're going to see this OBS. That's microphone. I'm looking in the wrong place.
OBS be OBSing.
What the heck? Oh, I'm in the audio. If I go to virtual camera, tell me what you see now.
I see exactly what's on the live stream.
Only small on one side, and you're on the other side, right?
We're pretty equal.
Oh,
It
okay,
looks
good.
literally exactly what's on the live stream.
All right, we got Road KP4 channel. Says, hi, Mike. I guess he's talking to both of us. He just said Mike's.
Yeah, which one?
Greetings from Puerto Rico. I met you at Hamcation, Raphael. Oh, that's Raphael, KP3V. I talk to him on satellites all the time. And
Nice.
I'm standing by the MSAT booth talking to the MSAT guys, and he comes over and says, I know you. And I look and I see his hat, KP3V. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know that call sign. I talk to you on the birds all the time. He's like, yeah. He came from
Nice.
Puerto Rico to Hamcation. So that was really nice running into him.
I feel Mike N2MAK is in Puerto Rico right now.
Oh, really?
I think he was doing a POTA earlier.
All right.
Puerto
Hey, Greg's
Rico.
saying hi. Huh?
He's doing a Puerto Rico. I just coined that. Why are you guys in Puerto Rico not calling it Puerto Rico? It's a K8MRD
CQ.
patented catchphrase there now.
So you're seeing this okay now. Now, the only thing is, I had a video I was going to show. I flew my drone over Hamcation, and it starts out with the little campsite where all you guys were at.
Yeah.
And then I fly all the way up to the pavilion and back, and you can see Loudmouth Larry, the loud talking trucker. You can see his video. Let's see if I can get that on the screen. No, that's you.
Oh.
That's not you. That's the Geocron. Where did I put it?
Too many
thought I had
scenes.
I'm flipping through. I know it's absolutely. Here's my overall camera. Zoom call. There you are. There. This is if I want to look like Edward R. Murrow in this
This
one.
is like ham nuggets. It's a stream about nothing.
I got a ham clock on there too. If you want to look at that.
Nice.
Let's see. I thought I had it set up here. It's not. Let me adjust this. I got to change the display. Hold on. We'll fix this right. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now you're looking at me. You should be seeing me
Oh, there it is,
and
yeah.
and the aerial view. And I'll start the video. There's no audio to it. So here it is. This is from my drone. I flew over Hamcation, and this was on Friday.
awesome.
It got even more crowded on Saturday, and I talked
Yeah.
to what's his name, Julie, and what's her husband's name, Vaughn. I talked to
Yeah.
them. They said they asked if they could fly a drone, and they told them no. I said, why did you ask? Just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I could always
Never ask
apologize
permission.
later.
Ask
But
for
here's-
forgiveness.
Yeah, this is a pretty good. Let's see. We got. This is a pretty good shot. Now there's the pavilion,
Yeah.
and you'll see as it'll turn to the right, and it's going to fly out over the campsite. There's the orange semi truck there. That's a Peterbilt. That's what Larry, the loud talking trucker, brought with him, and he's making the
yeah.
brisket
There's
out
all
there.
the food. Man, those
Yeah.
beans were good.
Oh, right. And
I don't
then
usually
what
care
happened
about
was,
beans so much, but he was like, "These are really ridiculously hot." And I'm like, I don't know. I tried them;
Well,
they
you
weren't
know-
hot at all, and they were.
you know what he did
delicious.
later in the afternoon? He ran out of brisket and he ran out of everything, but he still had beans. He took all three versions of the beans and put them in one pot. So I went over there. I had a bowl of them. They were so good. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With all of them mixed together. I told him it must be like a pound of sugar in every spoonful of those things.
Gotta be. There's got it.
That was
but
so
they
delicious.
weren't like you get a can of Bush's baked beans and it's just this thick good. They were a little looser, a little waterier, but I
Right.
don't think it was just water. I don't know what the hell he put in them, but like the sauce that they were in was just I don't know how to describe it, but it was freaking
Right.
delicious. And right
Well, here you have the
there,
campground
that
and
white
some of the
tent-
swap area.
No, where is
Which
it?
one?
Hang on. The blue, one of those blue tents. Stop right there. I think the blue tent, if you see that silver truck and the blue tent, that's where the Yaesu, that one right there. The Yaesu, what is it? The FT or the VX3R or whatever. The tiny, tiny little Yaesu HT I found one of those, and the guy wanted
Wow.
$160 for it though, and everyone's like, I don't know, that's pretty expensive. But it was in mint condition. It was freaking amazing, and I so should have bought it, but I didn't, and I regret it. But I probably would have regretted it if I bought it, because like I so do not need another HT, because it would literally just sit on my shelf over there with all the other ones, which is, let's see.
I have so many. I just picked up this new Baofeng. I think it's the K5.
HTs. Whoops.
This thing here. This is the
What is
K5.
that?
This is a tri-bander. It can be FRS and GMRS too.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have a
It would just
GMRS
sit on
also.
that shelf with all those HTs.
Yeah, I got to put a shelf in. I was just thinking about that today. I want to build a shelf
Yeah,
with
you
all
got
the
a
cradles
floating
on it.
shelf, man.
Huh?
I think I got that at like Home Depot. It's just a little floating shelf.
Yeah, that's what I need. Something I could put up and run a power strip to it, so I could power all the charging cradles. Oh, speaking of charging cradles, you know that I'm leaving the video playing because people can see the whole thing. The remember that cradle you came up with on Amazon that actually you can run the radio on it and charge it on the FT5D? Remember that? You did a video on that, and I bought it.
Yes.
Because I buy everything you do videos on from your links. So that coffee table behind you I probably paid for. I don't know.
That was my dad's.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that thing works great. I could put the regular FT5D
Yeah.
battery in there and leave it in there on, and it still charges it while you're using it, which is great. Because it has more, it's 12 volts instead of 10 volt. No, I forget how many volts. It's more volts than
Yeah,
the
it's 12 volts
standard.
input.
Right.
And it's a
So that's
fast
what I'm
charger.
using
It
now
charges
because
it in like 4 hours instead of 24 hours.
Right. Remember the additional battery you got, the 3D printed case with the two
Yeah.
lithium phosphate? It stopped charging on me. So I said, maybe the batteries went bad. So I ordered 2 batteries on Amazon. I put them in there. Still doesn't charge. And I can't get the cover on because they're slightly bigger than the original batteries. So I'm thinking what do they call that, the charging thing, a BMS? I think that's what's bad.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm back to using
Those
the
are
cradle.
I mean, it's just what, 218-650s in there, I think?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that? Yeah. So you could just
So
get
there you go,
I mean,
everybody. There's the bathrooms.
got
Right now, the drone is flying right over all the YouTubers. We're right above the YouTubers. I'm about to come down and land. But to give you an idea,
realize
there's
it's that
the
wet
parking
there.
lot. That's a lot of freaking cars there. There were a lot of people, and this was Friday. This wasn't even the busy day. This was Friday. So it was a good time, though. We had a good time there, and Mike was there. And now, how did I lose you? This window
I don't-
capture thing is driving me nuts. I got to keep changing monitors with it. Nope, that's not what I want. There you
You
are.
want to just have different scenes set up?
Yeah, I got different scenes and I got different framed. Like this screen you're looking at right now with the two of us on there. That is actually your display on the left, and that's my camera on the right. And I got to crop them to be that size. I learned that from Josh.
Yeah.
Like that's, and you know, Tio loves to use StreamYard, but I tried StreamYard and it limits how many different platforms I can stream to. Like right now, I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitter. I'm also on TikTok right now, and on Facebook. So I can't go to 4 places on StreamYard. I can only go to 3.
I could
So this I
care
can even
less
add more.
about streaming anywhere other than YouTube.
Well, that's okay. That's why you're successful and I'm not.
Why? But I don't really live stream either, though. But even if I did, like, why would I stream to other platforms? I do YouTube
Right.
videos.
Well, I do it because I just want as many people as they can to come see me. Like I said, I'm up to
Yeah,
963
but
subscribers.
YouTube pays you the money.
They haven't paid me anything yet. I got into a discussion with a particular person. I'm not going to mention any names, but if you look at my background, I'll give you an idea. I had a conversation with him. He's mad as hell at me, and he wants to kill me. And I told him,
that's
I
cool. gave
him ideas. Huh?
I said that's cool.
But
I'm sure
You
a lot
know-
of people want to kill me.
I feel for him because, you know, I don't want to hear it's a small company anymore. I'm tired of hearing that. That's like, we're a small company, so if we fuck up, suck it up, baby, and live with it. That's not what you tell people. You tell people, especially when you have the absolute best product that does what you do, in the world, and everybody's trying to get to you, to catch up to you. It's like somebody that's just deciding to build a computer and wants to compete with Mac, but they're a small company, so if they screw up,
Now we gotta speculate on what company this is. I want to know this now.
It's not hard. You see the little logo on the bottom? It says K04PDI, the ham fun guy, and that name underneath?
No.
You see my background? It's a geochron.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, I don't want to get into it because I'm not gonna say anything bad about him anymore.
My geochron does exactly what I pay for.
Yeah.
It's got the ham radio things on it, and
what do? You just get the ham radio package?
yeah.
Yeah, I got the whole shooting match, like $125 for 2 years on top of the $400 I paid for it.
Oh.
And I don't like when I turn on my background and it's not there because the geochron is in a loop, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why. So I'm just going to back off what I use it for. I'm not going to get as fancy as I was. We got people in the chat here. Let's see. KP3V says he's got 90 parks on this end in Puerto Rico. They got 90 parks.
Do them all.
All right, yeah, and Roger went over to the pavilion where he saw Sloan. Sloan is the guy that sold me his 705.
Yeah. Oh, Sloan's not a girl.
No, he flies for UPS. He's N3 UPS is his call sign.
Huh.
He's a cargo pilot for them. Mike Galloway says, if you see blue and orange gator tent, that was our site at the tailgate. Okay, good to know. Awesome Maritime Mobile video with your dad, Mike. Yeah, that was a cool video. I got to see it first. You just released it today, right?
Yeah.
Did they? Yeah, I saw it the other day on.
For the regulars, the patrons and the channel members get to see them early.
Yeah. Mike, I've been thinking about possibly. I have a Patreon page. I just haven't publicized it, and I'm not doing anything with it yet. But I started asking my followers, if I started it, would you subscribe? And a few of them wrote to me and said, yeah, they would.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do this like different tier. You get different stuff. No, I'm just going to do one price. You give me $1 a month, $5 a month, I'm happy. Something like that.
Some people might want to give you more money. You got to give them options. I think I have an option. I put something on there stupid like $100 a month or a couple $100 a month or something. Nobody's subscribed to it, but I should put like $1 million a month tier there. See if somebody does it.
Maybe Elon Musk will do it for you. He'll subscribe. All that money he's finding at Doge.
That'd be great. I mean, I am a battery nerd. He makes battery-powered cars. I mean, kind of a Ford guy, but I don't think I'd say no to a Tesla.
Right? I would drive a Tesla. I don't want to own one because I don't want to just use it to go to Publix. I actually want to travel. Anyway, so look at this. Mr. Andrews here says that the BMS for that battery is $3 on AliExpress. Please send me a link.
Oh, yeah.
Send me that.
I made the battery for my QMX. A buddy of mine gave me some 18650 cells, and I went on Amazon and bought a 3-cell LiPo BMS, and I think it was like a pack of 5 of them for like $10.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
They're just stupid cheap. So you got to search 2-cell BMS. But you got to figure out what's wrong with it. I mean, it could just be the wire that plugs into the USB. I haven't. I kind of
went on it with my
at some point, but I don't remember what the heck's in it. But it's not that difficult.
I hit it with my multimeter, and one cell was at 2 volts, and the other one was where it should be, 3.4. So I'm thinking that cell went bad. So that's why I ordered new cells. But then you can't close it. The new cells are just a hair bigger than the ones that were there. So I ended up returning them. Personally, I don't mind. Hey, we got the 75 ohm ham came to visit us. Hey, how you doing? Firepower on the drone. How you doing? Alan's here, a.k.a. Ziggy. He's watching.
Some fantastic pork butt at the
yeah, I heard.
Delicious.
I heard that. I didn't get any of that because I wasn't there Saturday.
Yeah, and I got to learn how to those crimp-on things for the coaxial, the TV, the 75 ohm coax.
Yeah.
They just you don't have to do anything with the shield. You just strip the thing, and put the connector on and it crimps. Like, we need those in ham radio. Like, PL259s should be like that. That was the,
Talk to
that was the
Stefano. He
coolest.
could do it.
These are, dude, if we could get those for ham radio, those would be even better than the Messi and Poloni Evo connectors. In terms of installation. I don't know, performance-wise.
The simplicity of it.
Holy crap, to just squeeze a tool and done.
I talked to, what's his name, Chuck from ABR. I was asking him about making me a harness. I was under the impression when I started building my ham shack, LMR 400 is the way to go for everything. That's great. Try to get it through the loft. Try to get it through the soffits and everything. It's a pain in the ass. So Chuck said he can make me up a harness to go from my lightning protection into my house. I just got to tell him how long. And he's going to use those connectors that you unscrew them off and you can put any connector you want on them. So this way it's just little tiny connectors on the end of it, which would make it very easy to fit it through the attic. And then once I get it in here, you put...
what the heck are they called? They're like TNC or something?
I have a few of them out in the garage. He gave me a couple little jumpers with the ends on it just to show me what they were. And I never... He did that at... last year he gave them to me. I think it was at Hamcation last year. And I checked them out, and I said, oh, these are really... I'm trying to think of a use for them. You know, and this is a perfect example of a use. I need 7 coaxes coming in from outside. And right now I have like 4 LMR 400s and 2... not RG58, but it's almost like RG58, about the same size, about a 1/4 inch round. That's all ABR Industries cable. But boy, what a bitch getting it in.
That's the
and
LMR
when I redid
240, I would guess.
Yeah, when I redid my ham shack, I couldn't even get my control lines for the rotator out of the wall. I couldn't get them out. So what I ended up doing was cutting it and splicing on the new ones onto the old ones.
Ooh.
That's what I ended up doing. But I used to work for the phone company. I know how to make a splice without it getting wet. So I did all right. It did okay. The splice was actually inside.
Coax?
No. It's 6-pair wire.
Okay, yeah.
For the control lines, not the coax, the control lines. And it worked great. They worked great. But what do you got planned? Well, this is what I wanted to talk to you about stuff because I've watched you change over the years from the wild K-Murderer days to the sophisticated and debonair ham radio tube Mike, right? Because the production value of your videos... I'm telling you, your production value has demonstrably changed. It's gotten so much better. And I just think in time that'll happen here too. For me, I just haven't gotten there yet. I'm working on it little by little. But I love your videos because you don't come off like you know it all, but you know it all. And then you don't come out like a snob, but you don't take shit from anybody. So it's like you're so real.
I started working in restaurants when I was 12 years old, and I've always been in some form of customer service. The majority of my life was like retail sales. And having to put up with like customers, people suck. Right. I hate people. I am very much an introvert.
So you're really like FT8.
I was really praying that COVID was going to kill most of the people in the world, and I would be living by because I would survive. I love all these apocalypse shows and things where like there's nobody left. Like the show Last Man on Earth with Will Forte. I thought that is like my best scenario in the world. Like there's got to be like one other person just so we can play ham radio though. But that's what retail does to you.
You got to have somebody to answer your CQ. I know.
So doing YouTube, like, and especially the video I just did 2 weeks ago about the stupid comments about APRS. That's like, I'm on behalf of every retail and restaurant worker in the world. I'm saying the things back to the customers that we're not allowed to say lest we get fired.
I love when the stupid comment one was fantastic. That was a great video. And then the ones where, people are flaming you and they're hilarious. I love them. And then I called you yesterday about this. There's a guy up in Canada. I'm not mentioning any names because he changed the name of his channel. He started doing Mailbag Mondays. And I'm like, okay, the first thing Josh told me when I talked to him at Huntsville 3 years ago was be different. Don't do what everybody else does. So I don't. I do live satellite tracking. I talk on satellites live. Nobody else is doing that. guys are filming themselves talking on set. Maybe Rob is doing it, but he's doing portable, and I'm doing stationary and linear satellites. He's just doing FM. So I try to be different, but I also know I can't be fake. I have to be myself, and that's easy to do for me because I don't have any filters. You don't have to guess what I believe. You don't have to surmise like, well, maybe that means he's that. No, you know what I believe. I get my point across, you know. So I'm not wearing a mask. I'm being myself, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. Somebody has to teach me how to make thumbnails for videos because I suck at it. And I haven't been able to figure out how to use a green screen, even though I got one right behind me right now to make thumbnails. I haven't figured that out. But in the meantime,
I'm a cheap ass, and most things that I do, like I don't want to pay for things. So I use Canva for thumbnails. It's free. Josh has the paid version out at Canva, Canva.
Okay.
Josh has the paid version. I'm like, he was making a thumbnail when we were at the hotel, and I'm like, why do you have the free version or the paid version of Canva? He's like, oh, it saves all my memories, all my old stuff, thumbnails and stuff. I'm like, here's my history, dude. Look at it. We're going back years. Like, you get more fonts. I know that, but and it'll do like.
Do you really need it?
It'll do like background removal, but Apple, like my iPhone does background removal, my Mac does background removal. So like any picture where I've removed the background on something, you literally just take a picture with your iPhone and you just kind of long press it and it removes the background, or you can do it on your Mac. So I used to use it was called remove.bg, but you could only get them in like 720, like horrible resolution. So now, but yeah, it's just Canva, and it's just like it's free, and there's like a thing for YouTube thumbnails, and you just go to that, and it makes it the right size that YouTube wants, and you just upload pictures and text, and there's all kinds of fonts and things, and I use like Gaglin font is one of them. Another one's called Bangers. Those are the two fonts. I even know the color code for the yellow that I use. It's FFFC00. And then you put some outline on it, and it's not the best. It's got its quirks, but it's free. So I use that.
That's
and then
the key. It's free.
Yeah. I used to use the free version of DaVinci Resolve to edit. Well, before that, I was using iMovie to edit because it was on my Mac and it was free.
Right.
And I looked at Final Cut, and I'm like, because I grew out of iMovie way before I switched to DaVinci Resolve. There's just a huge learning curve going over from like a toy editor like iMovie to something that is used by Hollywood like DaVinci Resolve. So I looked at Final Cut Pro, and I'm like, that's kind of just like a big boy version of iMovie, and I don't know. So I made the switch to DaVinci Resolve, and I used the free version of that for a couple of years. And then they came out with some really cool features, one of which is called Magic Mask, which I've only used once. But you get a lot of extra titles and things and other things. So it's $300 for a one-time purchase. I'm like, it's a business expense. So now I use DaVinci Resolve Studio to edit. But like even this microphone, I am a Shure fanboy. I use Shure mics exclusively. I use Shure wireless for my guitar. I have wanted this Shure SM7B for frickin' ever. And I got a hell of a deal on Greg K6EGG bought this. I bought this from him. He didn't like it. He uses the Electro Voice mic. So he was on a live stream. He's like, maybe I'll get rid of this. And I texted him immediately. I'm like, dude, I will buy that from you right now. And he gave me a great price because he works in the audio industry. Like he's an audio
that's
engineer.
what he does for a living, for TV.
So he's got a buddy that's a Shure rep. So like, I know he didn't pay retail for this.
Right.
So
he probably still made out good.
I'm like, Greg, because I want a couple more transmitters for my guitars. But they're like $350 each. And I'm like, I don't want to spend that. So like, Greg, hook it up, dude. So I need to follow up. I texted him a while ago. It's like a year ago. I'm like, get a couple, see what you can do on a couple QLXD body packs. Because I will buy them.
Wow.
Because I don't want to, like, when I'm playing guitar, I have 5 guitars and I have 1 guitar transmitter. So if
you got to keep switching it around.
Body packs, I got to take off the body pack from the guitar strap, and like first world problems, right? But
So do you play in a band?
I used to. I mean, from like middle school all throughout high school and into my 20s, I was in bands and.
So you're originally from Florida, and then you ended up in Michigan. How?
We were coming back from Publix, and my brother said, "Mom, can we move to Michigan?" And she said, "Okay."
No.
That's the short version, but yeah, that's how it happened. Both of my parents are from Detroit, so like
Oh,
we would
okay,
go.
that
We
makes
would go
sense
to
then.
Michigan. We would go to Michigan like for Christmas and stuff. And my mom's got a huge
Right, you had
family.
relatives there.
Yeah. Huge. My grandparents had 8 kids, so one of the kids died when he was really, really young. So 6 aunts and uncles, and then cousins and second cousins and all. Like there was probably 50 people at my grandparents' house for Christmas. It was ridiculous. And like looking at the Christmas tree in the basement with half the basement floor was just full of presents. And then you know you'd go sledding because there's a sledding hill down the street. Excuse me. So I guess he really enjoyed that and didn't enjoy living on the water in Lighthouse Point, Florida, on the biggest canal, on the North Grand Canal in Lighthouse Point, Florida. That's a 15-minute boat ride to Hillsborough Inlet and then out into the ocean and doing all of that stuff, which I was all about. Like my parents always called me a water baby. And I still am. Like every time I go to activate, even here at Huntsville State Park, like I'm always by the water. That's why
it's really funny
there's
because
an ocean here.
I grew up, I never got to go to the ocean. My uncle used to go get a house down in Seaside Heights for a month every summer. But I grew up watching Flipper and going, oh, man, these kids, he's got his own little skiff. He gets out on it, goes out on the ocean, all this. And then now I'm living in Palm Coast. This is where they filmed Flipper at Marineland. That's where they filmed Flipper.
We used to go down to the Keys, the Bahamas. I mean, Bimini's only like a 2-hour boat ride from where we were. Like it's
funny. My brother was
early life was just putzing around, and we're just kids. Like we're totally unchaperoned. Like me and another buddy down the street. Like all my friends had Boston Whalers, but my dad was too cheap to buy us a Boston Whaler because they're expensive as hell. But like everyone had like a 13 or 15-foot Boston Whaler, so we'd go out there. I mean, we're kids, and we're out in the ocean. Like you can't even see land. That's just how it is. Now kids have to wear a helmet when they're riding a bike.
Mike just came. KG2 Mike. How you doing there?
Mike, my brother from another mother.
I went up to his place for field day this year. That was fun, winter field day.
Oh, nice.
And I took my dog up there too. Goldie had a great time running around up there, making me crazy. I got this new dog. She's sleeping on the floor right next to me right now. You can't see her, but she's all tired out because I left her alone for 3 hours today, and she went nuts. She didn't chew anything up, but she's not used to being alone, and she was good for like the first 2 hours, and then I picked up a couple of Uber jobs, and I came back like 3.5 hours later, and she was howling until she heard me open a garage door. I was watching her on a camera. As soon as the garage door opened, she ran to the garage door and sat there and waited for me to come in and greeted me like I'd been in Iraq for 6 months. She was so happy to see me climbing all over me. Right, Goldie? She didn't even blink. She doesn't even. She's a hound dog. She's a really good dog, though. Anyway, so then you went from Michigan and you moved to Texas on your own. When was that? How old were you when you moved to Texas? Or did you go back to Florida at some point?
I mean, I've lived all over the country, but I moved to Texas 4 years ago.
Right. And you like it down there?
It was like
except
January
for the noise floor.
11th of 21. Well, the noise floor is just at my house because, but no, I love it here. I love it here. Other than today when I walked out and there's ice on my car. It's freezing cold. It's literally freezing cold, and I think I'm going to die.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, like, I mean, being born in Florida and then moving to Michigan, like, I'm glad I grew up in Michigan, but I hate the cold. I cannot stand the cold.
Right.
And every chance I got with my old company, I've moved around quite a bit with my old company, and I would always, I'd get these opportunities to go to a different state. I've lived in Virginia and New Jersey, Ohio. Where else did I live? I don't know. But I've had, like, I've always wanted to get back further south. So I'm thinking like either Louisiana or Texas, and the opportunity to come to Houston came up. So I jumped on that and got the job, and then they fired me 6 months after I came here, which is the best thing that's ever happened in my life because now I do YouTube for radio for a living.
Exactly. That's what's so amazing that it's funny because the person I had the argument with over the background, he yelled at me. He says, "You're making money using my product, and you have the gall to like get nasty with me, and I went, "Whoa, where do you think I'm making money? I'm not making money yet.
Yeah,
I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. Like, what are you talking about?" And I realized at that
using
point,
something as a background and making money with something are two completely different things.
I know. I mean, he was mad at me because I got on his case really bad, and I've been bad mouthing him on my channel. And somebody went to him and said, "That guy K8MRD, he's killing you on his channel." And I went, "Okay, first of all, whoever said that, go F yourself and never come back to my channel again. I don't want to be your friend." I think I know who it is too. But it's gossip. Why do you have to say that to people? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do you if he thinks I have a problem with him, then come to me and let's talk about it. Like, don't talk behind my back or go supposedly fight my battles.
To be fair, you did the exact same thing.
Which is
saying something to this YouTuber about Mailbag Monday. Like,
well, no, I very gently said to him, I said to him, so nice. I wrote them the nicest email. I said, "Listen, I understand what you're doing." I said, "But somebody else is already using that term. Why don't you try to do something a little different?" So he changed it to something in French. It's not even it anymore. But I'm not going to mention what it is because I'm not promoting his channel on my channel. I'll promote your channel, and I will tell everybody, Mike is the reason I do POTA. Mike is the reason I just love ham radio. I mean, he's so real. The stuff that's the other thing I realized about you. You don't blow happy smoke up people's butts. I had somebody really blow happy smoke up my butt in a video about a certain R-Finder thing, which doesn't exist anymore, by the way. And that thing didn't work.
Well, Bob sold R-Finder 50% of it to that other company, and is that other company even? Yeah, are they even? Like, that was just like a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, they weren't at Hamcation.
Yeah,
I was surprised, but yeah, that was. And when I talked to people at different retail stores, they all said they keep coming back. These things, people keep returning them, and it's sad, but somebody made a video about. And when I met the guy that did the video, I said to him, I said, "Let me ask you a question. When you did that video on this particular product, had you been using it, or you passed on whatever the company told you?" He goes, "I passed on what the company told you, and I'm selling mine now too." I went, "Okay, thank you. Now I know."
Yeah.
Howdy, Mike and Mike. Iman is here from Northern Ireland, right, Iman? MI7DJT. That's how much he loves Donald Trump. He changed his call sign to MI7DJT. Is that cool?
It's huge. It's bigly.
What is this? Michael Galloway says, "Thank you. It's gone." What's gone? I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. It's gone. It doesn't matter.
There's a small black box. Oh, here he said there's a small black.
You've got the text right over my face on your.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
There.
I didn't want to block your handsome, debonair looks. I can move that. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. I'll hit featured chat, unlock it, and drag it down over here. How's that? Better?
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at you producing.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need a Frank. I need a Frank here running everything while I'm talking. I can talk.
Yeah.
I'm good at talking. I'm not good at producing. But yeah, Frank was the one that showed me how to do this. I was sitting with him at Hamcation. I said, "Frank, I got to talk to Jason about doing Zoom calls on YouTube." He says, "Oh, I do it." I said, "Oh, you do it for him?" "Yeah, I do it for him." And he started explaining to me what he did. I'm almost the same, a little bit different because I'm using virtual. What is it? Virtual audio cables to get your audio out of Zoom into OBS and OBS audio out to you. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing to get it done.
Iman says he has the greatest call sign. You do. It's let's see.
I don't think it's in my logbook. It can't be that good.
Greg Golden says it's only 16 degrees there. Oh, you poor baby. Then move. We have a freeze warning tonight. Holy mackerel, that's up in Jacksonville. Mike's up in Jacksonville. Yeah, three mics on the screen right now. Yeah.
Well, it's literally freezing in Texas right now, and I'm further north than Jacksonville. That's not good.
Yeah, you probably are. Yeah. We got 19 people watching. That's good. We haven't beat the Apes record, though. Oh, no, we got 21 people watching. Whoa,
What's
we're getting
that?
close. We had 26 people watching when Ape was on with me.
Oh,
So
well.
we're getting there. I hope you guys are liking and subscribing because I need, like, I'm at 963. So I need 37
You gotta
more, and I
tell
got
people
1,000
for
subscribers.
this live stream only. Subscriptions to the channel are free. You just hit the subscribe button, and it's free. It's all,
You can
it's
hit
all
the
you gotta
thumbs
do.
up and
this
comment,
stream
too.
only.
Hey, we got Ferdinand here, a.k.a. Freddie from the local ham club here in Palm Coast. He's on with us tonight. Any of you guys got tech questions for Mike, jump in there and put them in the chat, and I'll put them on the screen, and we'll answer them for you. I had a funny experience. KG2MM, Mike is saying make sure you hit the thumbs up because nobody's done that yet, according to my screen. I had a funny, you'll laugh at this, Mike. You know how I have the tower with the satellite antennas on it and everything? Mm-hmm. Well, on top of my 40-foot tower, I have a pole where normally it would be where you put the pole that holds your antenna and the rotator goes on the bottom and turns it. Well, I have that same pole up there. And what happened was I have my Yaesu rotor up on top of that because when you do satellites, you do an azimuth and elevation.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm doing azimuth and elevation. What I didn't realize, I have the bolt on the bottom holding it to the tower. I tightened it so much it actually went through the pipe, and it's going through the pipe, like pinning it in place so it won't turn. On the top of the pole, you have the Yaesu rotor. You have 4 bolts that are so freaking tight, you cannot turn that rotor on there. But somehow it kept messing up. So it was loosening up, and we had about 40-mile-an-hour winds the other day, and the whole freaking thing just rotated. And I'm losing my mind over it, trying to fix this. So I take the tower down because I have it on a hinged base. So I lower it down. I check all the connections. I put it back up. I get it all where it's supposed to be. I put it back up. I make a couple of satellite contacts. Then the wind blows and turns the whole thing again. And I'm like, how the hell is this thing turning? I couldn't figure it out. Well, that pole is 7 feet long. It's actually 2 poles together. I didn't realize it because it had been together for so long. I had never taken them apart. I always got it. It was that long. And I used it as a base for a vertical antenna for a while. And I just used it up there for this. I forgot it was 2 pieces. So my buddy Jim was helping me. And we were messing with it the other day. And he goes, oh, wait a minute. It's turning here. And I'm where? It's a pipe. No, it's 2 pipes. And the one pipe is turning like this inside the other one. Get dead, not so fast. Yeah, so then what we did was we just drilled a hole through it and put a Tapcon screw in there. Now it's perfectly fine. It's not going to twist anymore. But oh my God,
it's always the littlest, stupidest thing, isn't it?
I take a lot of pride in the stuff I build. I mean, when I look at this tower, I go, damn, I did that. I built that. Now, Ziggy gave me the tower. He did. If anybody's wondering
hey, Ziggy,
where I
if you
got
got
it.
any extra towers laying around.
Yeah, well, he doesn't anymore. His wife made him get rid of them all. He had a pile of them in his backyard because he was teaching himself how to put them up and take them down. And he bought all the right safety equipment. He climbs the towers. So he was going around for free taking down towers that people wanted to get rid of. Yeah. And he had them in his backyard, and he gave me this one. Oh, I mean, for the free tower, only cost me about $5,000 so far. So between the concrete and the rebar and all that, but it was free. So if you're going to get a tower, even if it's free, it's going to cost you money. Just expect that.
Jeez.
But I love it, and I love that I have it. And
what do you got? Like a 4-foot by 4-foot hole in the ground?
It's 3 by 3 by 4, 3 foot by 3 foot with a 4 foot goes 4 foot deep.
Yeah.
And I had to change the base on it. I bent the base one time. I used it. I went cheap, and that was a big mistake. Never go cheap. Go buy the right stuff and do it the right way.
I mean,
the first time.
like. Because we sold concrete in my job. So a pallet of concrete, 80-pound bags. There's 42 pound. There's 42 bags on a pallet. So that's like a pallet and a half of concrete.
60
you could have just dug
bags.
that hole yourself. Yeah, 60 bags. Yeah.
It took 3 guys that are oxes. Ththese guys, when I say they made Schwarzenegger look like he was anorexic, that's how big these guys were. It took them all day. To bring, they were bringing 4 bags at a time in a wheelbarrow. I couldn't believe it. And bring them in the back, dump them in a hole, put the water in, mix it up in the hole, go back, get another 4 bags, and it was a pallet and a half of 80-pound bags. And I never would have been able to do that. I would have got 2 bags back there. I had to take a nap. It would have been I could never have done it. I was waiting for a cement truck to come.
$5,000 in my pocket.
Yeah, I was waiting for a cement truck to come, and they do it with wheelbarrows, bring it into the backyard.
Yeah.
No, they did it manually.
Did it the hard way.
Yeah, but they did a good job. They did a great job, and that cost me about $2,500 there. So have them do it. But hey, it's only money. Yeah, there's enough in this world to do what I want to do, and I don't need any in the next. My plan is to die penniless, which means I timed it perfect. That's the plan. But anybody got any questions? Let's see. Mike Galloway says, I was 963 KD1HF, also Palm Coast. Oh, Mike.
That's your 963rd subscriber.
Yeah, thanks, man.
There you go.
Thank you. He's the guy. I talk to him on the radio in the morning sometimes. Yeah. I show 9 thumbs up. Okay, that's good. I got 15 people watching now, but my page didn't refresh, and I can't refresh it because it'll screw up the chat. Normally they cold weld together. What does this say? In this weather too. I don't know what that means. That was Iman saying that.
I don't know.
And Ziggy's here, and Ziggy's a good chance. And then, what do we got here? I have a free 40-foot tower 2 from a Silent Key. Too bad I can't put it up in an HOA. Well, if you watch Jason's video today, Jason just put up a video. There are congressmen with a bill right now requiring HOAs to allow hams to put up antennas. So
I feel they literally do that every single year, and every single year it gets shot down.
It fails. Well, yeah, waiting to see if this bill finally gets passed. We'll see. New antenna works. Iman's talking to Ziggy. Ziggy made an antenna for him. Was that the one for Whisper, Ziggy? I don't know. He was showing it to me too before he shipped it back.
There's a special
the poles
Whisper
cold
antenna?
weld together. Huh?
There's a special Whisper antenna?
Well, yeah, something he wanted. I forget if it was Iman he was building that for, but he showed me an antenna. The guy, all he wanted to use it for was Whisper. And I didn't know it. There's all kinds of competitions and stuff with Whisper. Did you know that?
Really?
I didn't know that. Yeah, there's like, I don't know what it is, trying to see how far you can get or the furthest connection you can get. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, so what do you got coming up next? Mike has a Patreon channel. I appreciate it because I get to see his videos. I get to see Mailbag Monday sometimes on Friday, which is cool.
Yeah.
And you have gotten it down to a science. You have, I've always said, you want to be successful, you got to be consistent. And you're consistent. Your Mailbag Monday's out every Monday. Very rarely do you miss it, which is great. And that's why I do this podcast every Wednesday night, because I know my followers know for a fact on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I will be here. Whether I have guests or not, I don't always have guests. Last week I had T.O. on. We talked about Hamcation. I saw your video where you showed all the stuff you bought at Hamcation.
Yeah.
You're right. You didn't really buy anything big, but you got a lot of little stuff you needed. You know?
That's the stuff that matters. I mean, as far as radios, you only got one mouth. You can only use one radio at a time, but when you have multiple radios and you have, like, in that box right back there is a new 891 that I bought that I still haven't even opened because I was waiting to get some things for. I still am waiting. I got to go down to ABR and have them make me a couple cables. But you start getting multiple radios, and then you start getting multiple Go boxes and multiple battery boxes. So you need, like, every single time I go to a ham fest, I'm always buying, like, adapters and connectors and things. That's like,
right.
And more power poles. So on my phone, and in my notes app, like throughout the year or during ham fest, if there's something I need, I'll just put it on my list. And when I'm at a Hamcation, like I have, I make it as like a little, what the hell do you call them? They're like the bullet point things. Let's see. So, like, there's my list. that we can't see. Focus.
There it goes. It's starting
So
to
you
come
can
in
see
view.
all the things are fuck tons of 30 amp power.
I just saw that. Fuck tons of 30 amp.
And then I check
He's
them off
even
and,
expressive colorfully with himself.
yeah. Well, I mean, all my folders are like something shit, you know.
Right.
So I'm
That's cool.
I'm vulgar electronically as well. So
Well, Mikey, it's
but
been
yeah,
real.
that's
It's
just-
already
you just-
after 7. I can't believe
Holy
it's already
hillbilly.
after 7. Tio's going to be, I'm late. He's going to get on my case. But
Are they streaming tonight? Oh yeah, the coffee.
yeah,
and
he's
hamburgers
doing
thing.
his supporters thing tonight. So as soon as I get off here, I'm going
Oh.
to jump on that.
Is that just a private thing?
Yeah. He does a Zoom call for his supporters, and it works out nice. And they always complain about my sound, or they complain about my background, and I become the brunt of the joke sometimes in that thing, but I don't mind. But I do like to stop by and say hello and tell everybody how nice it was to see him.
Well, tell the gang I say hi.
I will. The Bearded Believer's here. He says, hi. How you doing? Good to have you. I thank everybody for watching. I thank you, Mike, for your time. It goes by so fast, and I enjoy your
does.
company, and I like talking, and you're a good listener, and you're also a good talker. I like listening to what you got to say, so thank you very
Would
much
you
for your...
believe that I was a peer mediator in high school because they thought the same thing about me? They're like, you're
Well,
a leader,
obviously,
and
we
you
know
can
something you
listen,
don't know.
and you're good at conflict resolution. I'm like, you guys are full of shit. But yeah.
Oh,
Here
they're
we
going to
are.
demonetize me before I get monetized when you cursing
You
like
ain't
this
making
on my
any money.
channel.
Dude, that video I did on APRS where every other word was an F word, not demonetized.
Oh, good. So they expect it from you is what you're saying.
Well, you rate the video when you upload it, and nothing really fit just
Right.
swearing. So like I checked one thing, I think, but it was like, you know, I watch channels that swear. You can do that on YouTube. It's okay. You're allowed to. They're just words.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for
dropping
coming.
the Carlin's Dirty 7 was great, though.
Oh yeah, that I picked up on that instantly. I was sitting there going, "That's a Carlin reference," and then there was
Oh, yeah.
something else you did that video
the
too
best.
that I knew what it was. I was like,
He's the
"That was
best,
cool."
man.
Oh, he was. There was nobody like Carlin, and I remember him from him being on Jack Parr with a
I
straight,
don't know
skinny
that.
little tie, perfectly cut hair, black suit.
I've seen those.
Oh
Those
my
really
God,
old
he was
videos
like the
with
most
Carlin,
clean-cut guy you ever want to meet
Yeah.
until he realized how the game was played, and then he became himself again. And I
Yeah.
mean, he was famous for the album, the 730 Words You Can't Say on TV. That was
Yeah.
his big thing. You know, that's how he became famous with that. He did that on Ed Sullivan, and they wouldn't
really?
let he couldn't say it. You know, but yeah, there was.
Well, imagine that.
Carlin was the best. I love when he goes through the diatribe about Earth Day and all that, how he's so fed up with it that it doesn't mean anything. People are just doing it for the money. I loved it. I loved it. He
Yeah.
goes, ask the people in Pompeii if the Earth's okay, if the Earth's going to survive. I was like, that's great. Anyway, Mike, have a great night. Thank you so much for your
you,
time
buddy.
and your effort to come on my channel here. I appreciate you. And thank you for the shout out the other day about satellites. He did a shout out in one of his videos for me, and I appreciate that. And I got a bunch of subscribers from that, so I
Good.
greatly appreciate that. I do.
Well, I told your subscribers to subscribe today, too, so hopefully that works.
Thank you,
It's
man.
free.
That's
It's free.
Yeah.
That's my gift. That's my gift to your subscribers.
And my gift to my subscribers is when I hit 1,000, I've got a surprise for you. Somebody's getting a radio. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that.
nice.
So get me to
Grinding
1,000,
them
and I'll
now,
find
yeah.
somebody to give a radio to.
There you go.
All right, man. You have a great night. Thanks, Mike.
All right, bud. We'll see you.
Take care. All right. Now, for everybody else still here, this is Mike K04 PDI. Did you enjoy that? You have a nice little conversation with Mikey. Greg saying 73. Mon saying 73. Everybody's saying 73. I didn't even get a chance to say goodnight yet. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, I'm here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We do something. We talk about something. We have fun with ham radio. That's the plan. So this is KO4 PDI reminding you, don't do anything I wouldn't do. At least not without me, all right? KO4 PDI, I'll be clear, 73.